All right, so we talked about this yesterday, the idea of return to office. And, I made light of it that Jamie Dimon said a few other choice words to employees saying he didn't really care if they had a problem with it. But I want to talk to you. It sounds like you talked to some employees. How concerning is this for J.P. Morgan employees that they're going to have to be in the office 5 days a week?
Well, part of this story started in the beginning of the year around the 10th of January when the policy was formalized. A memo was sent to employees explaining that the five-day policy would take over from the previous hybrid arrangements in lots of different cases. And as you mentioned, this week, Jamie Dimon participated in a meeting with lots of employees, and perhaps unsurprisingly, this topic was mentioned. And very quickly, almost as soon as the question was out of the questioner's mouth, Dimon told them not to waste time on it, and, as you say, used some language that is not customary for morning television.
Yeah. Basically said, don't bother with an F-word petition, just to spell it out for anybody that might be confused. He also asked for efficiency. Now, that was interesting. What efficiency is he looking for? Was there any clarity when it came to that?
Part of the argument around the 5-day-a-week policy has kind of centered on a bit of a somewhat of a contradiction, because Dimon said that he felt that people were not necessarily paying attention during Zoom calls. This was one of his complaints during the meeting on Wednesday. But employees say that there is already a culture of international working together. And indeed, the petition that we mentioned spells out that lots of people do have to work with colleagues in other countries. And while the original request from JP Morgan in the memo that people, or I should say probably that the mandate that people on hybrid policies should return to the office 5 days a week, it mentions that there will be more getting things done and working together. But the workers feel that they are already working internationally. And in many cases, there is also a sense that the bank has been successful during this. So JP Morgan's share price in the past 5 years, a lot of that time, a lot of people were working remotely, has doubled. And so the argument is that this is perhaps not such a bad thing for business.